national leader of FOSA, Tebogo Mashilompane. Thank you very much indeed for joining us, and welcome to the program.
Good morning, Peter, and thank you for having us.
Tell us about your concerns regarding these men. What kind of assistance are you hoping the state will provide?
Yeah, what we are asking the state is that they need to go and fetch them. They can use military aircraft and go and fetch them. They can follow the diplomatic channels and make appointments and then bring them back home. That is the quickest way that we think it will be more proper to bring them back home.
What information do you have about these men and perhaps how they were recruited?
Yeah, Peter, you'll realize that in South Africa, unemployment is very high, and all the time you'll see adverts on social media platforms, adverts everywhere to say there are jobs, lucrative jobs outside of South Africa. And some people, when they are unemployed, they thinking that at least let me go to another country and make a living there. And this does not only happens to normal citizens, even professionals. The doctors will go and say, I'll work in UK, I'll work in Brazil, wherever they go. So the problem here is the scams that are already in the country. But of course, people are vulnerable. People want job. People want to be employed. People want to survive. So that is why we don't put heavy blame on them to say, why did you go there? It can happen to any person. So they went there because they were promised jobs. So that is what we know. And then unfortunately, they were channeled somewhere else. Where they were not supposed to be channeled, but the issue was that they were recruited, because at some stage we came across somebody was also recruited. They say there's this lucrative job outside of South Africa. That is why we understand that the people did not know. They went there because they were looking for a job.
Have you been able to establish at all who these recruiters might be and who facilitated the travel? I mean, there must be, I
Yeah.
guess, local agents, or is it all happening online?
It happens through agencies. That is why we have a problem with our intelligence in the country, the state intelligence, because these things, when they happen online, and then whether through agents or online, the matter is that South Africans cannot leave the country without the intelligence knowing. This shows the weakness of our intelligence. There's a country where you go, the citizens live. The state knows that these people are somewhere else. They'll come on this particular day. They've applied for these jobs to such a place. So it shocked us also to say the government does not know that people can go to other countries. I did not know that it is possible that when I leave South Africa, the government doesn't know that I left. That's a problem on its own. So this talks to our intelligence in the country to say we've got a weak or non-existent intelligence, because even if it's online, but we need to have intelligence online that can be able to track and trace these agencies to say there's a scam that is currently happening. It is the duty of the state agency to also look at in that particular issues. So here the problem is the lack of intelligence in the country.
Have you been in contact with the families of these men? And if so, what are they telling you about the condition that they're in and their situation on the ground in Ukraine?
Yeah, we are trying to get hold of the families. We are not successful yet, but our office is busy trying to get hold of the families so that we can understand exactly why did they leave, what did exactly before they leave, and then the type of agencies, if it was an agency, if it was they just applied online, maybe they can assist. As I'm saying, there's a one person that we also know, but it's not part of that, who also applied for this particular job that they are recruiting people to work outside. So sometimes they just do it online, but we are trying to get hold of the families.
So when we say Ukraine, Donbas, who are they fighting for? Is it Russia? Is it Ukraine? Or are they just stuck in the middle?
They're in the middle because Ukraine embassy says no, we don't know these people. They are not on our side. Or maybe they are fighting for Russia. That's what they're saying, and it shocks us that Russia keeps quiet. He doesn't want to say anything about this thing. And then there's rumors that Russia also do recruit Africans to come that side to fight for on their side. So, but those are rumors. We are not sure. But for now, Ukraine says no, we don't know these people. We did not recruit them. So, but we want to hear from Russia. But Russia is not saying anything. But
What
at the moment, they are just in the middle.
what about DIRCO, the Department of International Relations and Cooperation? Have you been in touch with them? What are they telling you?
The SG wrote, I'll just have to check with her because I think yesterday she wrote to them just to check if they've responded or what. I'll check during the day what is happening. But we believe that actually they're supposed to do something. They're supposed to issue out a statement and they're supposed to tell us as a nation what's going to happen. Because Peter, this looks at this thing in this way. Any person can apply for a job outside. So that becomes the responsibility of the government when people are threatened. There's no doubt about it. Because when you apply, you don't know that you've been lured by scams. You simply believe that it's a proper job. And then when you are there, you expect your government to assist you.
All right. So, I mean, this is Donbas, Ukraine. Do you think this might be happening perhaps in similar schemes in other parts of the world, maybe Eastern Europe or even the Middle East?
Yeah, no, it's I believe it's the same thing because I think last year also you also realize that there were videos also circulating of recruitment of people. So I believe it's similar to that.
All right. We're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so, so much indeed for joining us and giving us an update on this very concerning situation.
No, thank you so much for having us, Peter. Thank you.
That's Tebogo Mashilompane, who's the national leader of the
No,
Forum
thank you.
for South Africa, joining us, talking to us about these young men aged between 20 and 39 that are stuck in Donbas in Ukraine, recruited under false pretenses, they say, and they've found themselves now in the middle of a war zone.